Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with the 44th installment of Black Girls on Television. Okay, so now I remember, Scandal didn't start in September like How to Get Away with Murder did, so that's why we're just now at Season 6, Episode 2. I was off a little bit, y'all. I don't know why I couldn't get into neither of the shows yesterday. I only watched half of Scandal, and I went to sleep, didn't even watch How to Get Away with Murder until this morning. It's hard trying to get back into the swing of Black Girls on Television. And I'm just realizing that I don't get many views on this video. So I'm trying to figure out if I really need to keep it. Are you guys watching this? Like, I'm gonna have to see. People asked me to review The Quad, and I couldn't even get into that yesterday. I tried to watch it. That show is not off the table, though. I may still review it. I may add it to Black Girls on Television. I mean, that's if you guys want me to even keep this video. But I'm going to give it a fair chance this weekend and see if it's something that I might want to review and add to this. Because I guess it does need one more show. But I don't know. We'll see, you guys. But just throwing some shit at you. You let me know. I can't. Y'all know I got these bottom braces now. Now my words all fucked up. So y'all going to have to be patient with me. Just realize that I can't barely talk. Anyway, you guys, let's get to the reviews. Recaps, actually. Shall we? Child, Shonda and all these flashbacks. Okay, so Scandal starts with the Republican convention, and we see Mellie working the stage, and we see Marcus watching her on the television and getting a tear. He's so touched. He loves his Mellie. After she speaks and comes backstage, they're congratulating her on a job well done. Marcus is doing a little extra congratulating, and Liv catches it. So when he walks away, Liv pulls Mellie to the side and is like, "Girl, I see how you look at you. We don't need this shit in our lives, okay?" And Mellie's like, I know. It's just flattering, but it's nothing, okay? Don't worry about it. I'm not Fitz. I'm not you. I know how to act. Liv was just like, okay, I hope so. Back to the present, we see Liv trying to get Fitz and Abby to watch the video of Cyrus and Frankie arguing. Okay, they're both like, that's not enough of nothing. Fitz was just like, I sent the FBI down there and they don't see any proof. There's nothing we can do. Liv was like, you sent a flunky down there. And of course the FBI director walks in. It's a black lady. She says, oh no, he sent the director. All right, so Liv is just like, oh, excuse me, I didn't realize. But the president is just like, it don't matter. There's nothing there. The election is over. Not for Liv, though. Now, they're interrogating the shooter to get him to confess to the shooting of Vargas. But of course, he is not doing that. He was like, go fuck yourselves, okay? And take me back to my damn cell. So Liv is on a mission, right? She's got to still prove it to Fitz and Abby that Cyrus is involved. So she puts the team on it. Y'all get some shit together, and I mean fast, okay? In the meantime, we see Fitz putting Mellie and Cyrus together, and he was just like, listen, you guys need to come to some sort of agreement here before the fucking United States of America implodes, okay? So he leaves them together, and Cyrus was like, look, I know this is not what you wanted, but how about you be my vice president? Of course, Mellie is taken back. He is like, this isn't the job that I wanted, this isn't the job that you wanted, but here we are, okay, we can make a difference. Of course, Mellie is just like, you must be crazy. You think I'm gonna bow down and play little girl to you? Absolutely not. Okay, you don't deserve this position. You weren't supposed to ever be the president. You're not presidential material. I am. Frankie was. You're not. You never will be. Honey, you got another thing coming if you think I'm gonna do this. Cyrus is just like, got this damn grief-stricken look on his face. He still ain't recovered from old Frankie Vargas. He was just like, look, I didn't do this. I know Liv is telling you that I have, but one day soon you're gonna realize that I'm not lying, that I am not involved in this, and you're gonna be feeling really bad about all the chaos that you're gonna put the United States of America in. She's not really listening. Flashback to Mellie and old Marcus on the baseball field. You know, they out there. He's trying to show her how to do the first pitch that she's going to be doing. And, you know, it's a whole bunch of flirting and playing around, you know, him spooning her from behind and, you know, her feeling the heat, but finally making sure that she gets away from him before shit gets out of hand. But you already see it coming. And then because Olivia's team is so awesome, they're out there at the site where the cabin blew up dressed as FBI agents, and they go and retrieve the laptop that was in the house that got blown up. They're awesome. They're gladiators. They can do these things, you guys. Now, because the president has to wrap this shit up real fast, okay, they pull in Jake. Abby talks to Jake and was just like, I need your help, okay? Not the NSA. Is it NSA? NRA? Not NRA. NSA's help. We need Jake's help. Can you help us? Again, we get a flashback of Melly and Marcus. This time they're in her office and they're drinking a little bit of her hooch. She was just like, God damn, this is strong as hell. Okay. She's all giggling and laughing. They leaning against the desk, shoulder to shoulder. Again, shit starts to get hot and heavy. It looked like it might happen. And this time he says he might leave. He need to get out of there before something happens. He gets to the door and she was just like, don't go. I was just like, ooh. Y'all know how that goes. As soon as he turns around, he rushes to her. They start this old clumsy ass kissing, and he knocks shit off the damn desk. I was like, they didn't even soften that, the sound or whatever that failed. You know, he hastily gets on top of her. You know, they kissing and shit. I was like, I know her whole back was fucked up. Okay, it wasn't smooth or nothing, but it's all right because the passion was there, and you can see it between the two of them. Even though in the present we see that now Marcus has a problem with Melly, and we're not quite sure. I was like, oh, he being mean to his girl. And you already know she all goo gaga over him. So I was just like, oh, what's this about? Giving her, you know, flippant little answers in the hallway. But whatever. Back to Olivia. The team, they're on it. They got the damn computer. She wants them to get all the information they can. They got a new plan, okay? Liv goes and meets with the FBI director. Okay, we get the feeling that they're old colleagues, old friends even maybe, okay? And but Liv's whole assignment right now is to tie up the FBI director while her team goes in and gets this file of what they may have on this explosion and everything else. Okay, so while she's talking to the FBI director, who seems to have a little eye for Fitz, Olivia, with a little bit of jealousy plays into it. Her team is there lifting the fingerprints off of her car, making sure that they can get into her office, getting all the way up there, posing as her assistant, calling somebody and telling them to get this file up to her office right away. Okay, and they get the information that they need. Okay, as soon as they're finished, you know, Olivia lets the FBI director go. I was like, that damn Olivia's hard. I guess she was like, fuck, I ain't with Fitz no more. Okay, we can go and use him as leverage too if we have to. Now, the director, she was rushing off from her meeting with Olivia because she just finds out that they got a confession from McClintock, the shooter, at the jail. Okay, she rushes down there and she wants to talk to her client. And when she goes in there, he is a fucking shaky, weepy, willowy mess with a pile of piss underneath him. I was like, that damn Jake. He walk out the room like, is that all? I'll see you guys around the hill. And he leaves out. Okay, so yeah, Jake then got to interrogate her and already got a confession out of. Now, back at the Liv's office, now they're trying to hack the, retrieve the hard drive. While they're in there, Dave comes in. He's all shaken up. It's bad news. This is when he lets them know that they got the confession. So, of course, Olivia rushes down there. She needs to talk to the president. Abby won't let her. And Olivia's just like, how dare you get this confession out of him and he's not the person and Cyrus is the one. Abby was just like, I'm protecting the president's office, just like you said. And, Olivia's trying to make her feel bad. I'm thinking to myself, like, Olivia got her fucking nerves, okay? All the shit that she's done. But I guess Olivia feels like her in this case because she wants the fucking Oval Office that, Abby was wrong in getting that confession. Liv was like, that's okay. Tell you what, Cyrus is still taking his old fucking ass to jail. And Melly is still going to be the president of the United States. Okay, so put that in your pipe and smoke it. She mad as hell now, y'all. Now, Melly, because she's not sure what she should do now that Cyrus has offered her the position, she calls Marcus because he's helped her all this other times and she's letting him know, what should I do? He's all short with her at first. All right, and then she was just like, come on, help me out. What should I do? And he was just like, you're a smart woman. Okay, you're young. You still have your future ahead of you. You can still run for president. This would be a good look for you. You'd be vice president. In the meantime, you can still have a life. Vice presidents aren't under the microscope. You can still have a personal life. He puts that to her and, she's just like, kind of like, oh, she hadn't thought about it that way. Then he goes on and seals the deal and tells her that he misses her. And I was just like, oh. I tell you, we women, child, I tell you, we could be so romantic sometimes, okay? He was just like, I miss you. You said nobody ever chooses you. Then a nigga get all Grey's Anatomy on us. I was like, oh, God, not Meredith. I chose you. You just have to choose me. I was like, that must be a fucking signature Shonda Rhimes line. I couldn't take it, but I was just like, I guess it works in this situation. So he hangs up the phone. He put a little something on Melly's heart, and looks like he might break through. So later on, Melly Melly is with Olivia, and they strategizing or whatever, and she obviously forgot that Olivia still ultimately is not her friend and is still the enemy. You using Liv because you need her for something. Y'all not girlfriends. And I was just like, oh, she's making a mistake telling Liv, this, and she's all giggly and all happy and in love, okay, that Marcus wants to be with her, that they had sex, that it was more than just sex, it was love, it was, she was crying. I said, bitch, you didn't cry, did you? Oh, nigga, when you get to crying, okay, anyway, she's just like, everything is aware, she can smell more, she can see more, she's, he loves her and all of that, all the heels are alive, and, Olivia's sitting there with a tinge of jealousy, a tinge of regret, sorrow, a little bit of matter-of-factness in her, knowing that the shit that Melly wants, she can't get it like this. And even though Olivia tried to redirect her and say, he's a social climber and he's done this and that and the other, Melly is not listening. This is her man. She loves him. He loves her. And that is it. Okay. So, Olivia does tell her congratulations. You do deserve this. She made sure she told her that. In the back of her mind, she was just like, it's too bad it ain't gonna last. So she goes and tells Abby, hey, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to offer Marcus the press secretary job because him and Melly are getting too hot and heavy and it's just not gonna work. Abby was just like, oh, the way you broke up Dave and I, oh yeah, I can do that just fine. Abby goes and talks to Melly. She lets Melly know. And Melly cannot believe it. You have got to be kidding me. So she goes back to Liv's house and she was like, tell me you did not offer Marcus the press secretary job. Liv is speechless. She was just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why do you not want me to be happy? How is it that you ruin every fucking relationship that I have ever been? Any chance of happiness? Any man that might love me? Here you come with your fucking selfishness, Olivia gives her that speech that, what, Melly, you couldn't see the fucking forest for the trees. I had to help you out because you was about to get all goo goo gaga. You don't get the right to be weak and happy and in love, vulnerable. No, bitch, you want to be the president of the United States. And if you want to be the president, you ain't got time to be getting involved with somebody who done been fucking around with everybody. Social climber, he is political poison to your campaign. You cannot afford to have something like this come out in the middle of you trying to become president. I had to do it. And it's true. She probably did have to do it if that's what Melly wanted. But still, if the girl wanted to be happy and had made her decision, why are you even putting that idea out there in the universe for? I was just like, oh, this is fucked up, So Melly was just so pissed at her. She's like, I'm leaving. Even while Olivia's still trying to tell her everything. When she gets to the elevator, Olivia was just like, I had to do it. You wouldn't do it. You wouldn't know no better. And right as the elevator is closing, Melly lets her know this Cyrus offered her the vice president position. You know what? I wasn't going to take it, but now maybe I will. Good luck of you trying to get into the White House because without me, you can't get in there at all. Fitz ain't even fucking on you no more. Bye, bitch. That damn Olivia, she a little shook up. Oh, well, the power play didn't work, or did it? Now, after she leaves there, she goes and talks to Marcus. Now, this part confused me, but all I can probably think is that Abby told her that Olivia wanted the position offered to Marcus, but she did not know that Abby actually went on ahead and offered her the position, because I was just like, she's doing all this like she didn't know anything about it. But anyway, she goes there, and she's trying to get all hot and heavy with him, and he tells her, you know what, they offered me the press secretary, and she's just like, oh, and he's all excited. You should be happy for me. She was like, why should I be happy for you? Because you used me as a political climber. You fuck women and get what you want, and then you move on. What's next? You gonna write a book? Do you want cabinet? Maybe that's it. He's looking at her like, what are you talking about? You should be happy. Like, this is what we wanted. This is good for me. And she was just like, I don't give a fuck about what you wanted. Okay, this is good for you, not for me. I see now that you just used me, and you're mad at me because I'm right, And he was just like, no, you're wrong about everything. And I could see it on his face. He was sincere. But of course, because Olivia had already put the bug in her ear about all, his fuck shit in the past, she believes it. I'm not sure if she believed what she said or if she just did that because she knew she needed to break it off with him so that she can try to, get back in good with the child. I don't know what was going on there. I'm assuming she was just hurt that he decided to take the position, and all the shit that Liv said kind of worked on her conscience. Anyway, Liv goes back to the office, tells the gladiators to stop the research because this shit is done. They ain't got a candidate no more. And then she tells Quinn, look, I'm tired of you bitching and moaning and crying around here about Charlie. The nigga want to marry you, then marry him. This is your chance at happiness. This is your chance to be with somebody that loves you, okay? This is your chance at being normal, okay? You ain't got to be the HBIC because you ain't power hungry. You're not tied to power. You don't feel like it's at any cost. You have to be all omnipotent. Okay, girl, so go on and be with your man and stop all this foolishness and arguing back and forth. And she was just like, okay, all right, Liv, you ain't got to preach it all out like that. Liv was just like, I'm just trying to tell you, you don't need this shit in your life. Later on, they're at the funeral. The funeral's very sad. Everybody is there, okay? They're doing the gun salute. Vargas's family is all there. It's all very sad. Cyrus still looks grief-stricken. He looks a fucking mess. Olivia catches his eye, and she look at him with that, she give him one of these. Like, motherfucker, I got my eye on you. So Olivia still don't believe that Cyrus is guilty. I mean, is not guilty, but I'm telling you, I think it's obvious at this point. We all know how Shonda works. She doesn't make shit this obvious unless she's trying to direct us totally somewhere else. So Liv was just like, I'm still gonna get your ass, old man. Now, after the funeral, Melly has decided she's going to take the VP position. She goes down to the White House. She tells Fitz's secretary that she wants to see Fitz and that she'd also like to see Marcus. Then, while she's waiting on them to come to the office, she goes into the Oval Office and she looks around and she sees the chair and the rug and the couches and the furniture, and she looks and you can tell that whatever she came there to do is not what she's about to do. By the time Marcus makes it to the office, she's gone. And where do you think she is? She's back at Olivia's house. She's having a drink with Olivia. And she's telling Olivia pretty much that you were right. I can't be with this man if I want to win the presidency. Okay, let's get to work. I was so hurt for her. I was so mad at that fucking Olivia. Okay, that Olivia dude, she just ruined motherfuckers' lives. I tell you, she is something else. So they about to have their damn drink. And in walks Hulk. He's looked through 5,000. Hulk. Not Hulk, y'all. The Incredible Hulk. Huck. He walks in. He's had the time to look through 5,000 hours worth of footage. And he comes across an argument that Vargas and Cyrus has. Okay, so Olivia takes the footage and she rushes over to the president's office. He's out on the veranda. Okay, with the FBI director. Okay, he out there, he got his hand in the small of her back. They looking out, gazing, When Olivia sees that, she's just sort of like, taken aback. But you know what? Hey, this is all part of the game. I'm trying to get in the damn president's office, right? So she tells him, I think it's something that you need to see. And she shows him the video. And it's basically Cyrus and Vargas. Vargas is going off on him like, you know what? As soon as I become the president, I am going to put your ass in the darkest corner of the jail. I swear over my dead body. Okay, why he say that? Y'all know how that turned out, right? Cyrus is trying to explain to him that he doesn't understand everything. Then that's the end of the video. So, now Olivia's like, so do we now need to investigate the murder of Francisco Vargas? And, Fitz, Abby, call the Attorney General. So, looks like they about to pin old Cyrus to the cross, y'all. It ain't Cyrus, though. And I think Olivia's playing right into the hands of dear old dad. Oh, you guys, how to get away with murder. So many back and forths. I got to make sure I keep this straight. So, Finance Frank and Wes are in the car. Okay, after Finance Frank picked him up from the police station. They're talking about what Wes told the police. But he hasn't said anything yet. He might. Finance Frank said you wouldn't do that. You would hurt Annalise if you did. Plus, Laura wouldn't approve. Wes was just like, I know you killed my dad. And I know you killed Annalise's child. Finance Frank is a little surprised that he knows that. But he tells him, you know what, you don't know Laura or Annalise like you think you do. The whole time that Wes was talking to him, he looked like an ostrich. His neck was long and he was turned all the way to the side. I was just like, how does he do that? His body turned like this and his head like completely turned this way. I was just like, oh, he's getting on my fucking nerves. He gets on my nerves when it comes to certain things. I do miss old precious Wes, but I was just like, oh, shut up, Wes. Anyways, Wes was feeling himself, so he tells Finance Frank that he means more to Annalise than Finance Frank does, so that's why Finance Frank is not going to kill him. And then it jumps back to the present where Finance Frank is giving a confession, so I'm not quite sure if this conversation really took place or if Finance Frank is making this up to tell the police. It was unclear to me at the time. But basically tells the Popo that he was at Annalisa's house, you know, and that he knocked Wes out with chloroform, that he went and turned on the stove, let the gas run, blew up the house, and that's what happened. They ask him, why did you do it? He says, because Laurel is pregnant. They said, but Laurel was in the house. He said, yeah, she wasn't supposed to be in the house. That's the reason why I went crazy. He can't take that he hurt her. At least that's what he tells them. Jumps over to Annalise in jail, and they come get her in the middle of the night. She don't know what's going on. I need to talk to my lawyer. I need to talk to my lawyer. They transport her somewhere else. They take her all the way down to this room, and they put her in this room, and she still wants to talk to her lawyer. Okay, in comes the police, and they're going to ask her some questions. She was like, I'm not saying shit without my lawyer. They tell her that they want some information about Finance Frank Delfino. Okay, she was just like, I killed him. I killed Elvis. I killed the Pope. I killed JFK. Listen, I'm not confessing. I'm not talking to nobody about shit until I get my damn lawyer down here. They said, well, we tried to call her, but she didn't answer. Oh, bitch, you better call again. Okay, so they called Miss Winterbottom. I was like, ooh, that has to be a play on words for Mr. Peter Novak. Okay, Miss Cold Ass. If that don't fit Bonnie, I know something. Anyway, she wakes up. See, she missed a call, calls back, and all of a sudden we see her headed down to the police station. Now, back at the police station, you know, Finance Frank gave his confession. They want to let him go because they say that he is not the guilty one. He says, check the cameras in the area so y'all will know. They see Wes getting in the car with Finance Frank. So now they got to take him in, right? Right when they taking him in, Bonnie walks into the police station and she sees him. Okay, and she's just like, Finance Frank! And he turns around and then he's just like, I killed Wes! Tell Annalise I'm sorry! And they rush him off. So then Bonnie has like this strange look on her face, and I was just like, wait a minute, is this part of the plan? Did you not know he was gonna do this? Like, why are you so confused? Like, I'm just like, oh, y'all, so thrown off. Help me out. I think this was part of the plan. Boy, them motherfuckers be acting so damn well. I don't know what to think no fucking more. Now, the kids are at the president's office, and the president is asking them, you know, are they okay that the school is there for them? Honey, Michaela took over and was just like, don't be sitting up here trying to act like you care about us. You got this lawyer here because you want to protect this university. Somebody is framing Annalise for murder, and you guys want to disconnect yourself from the murder, from Annalise, from us. Okay, the school just doesn't want to be bothered. So don't be sitting up here trying to act like, you know, all of this. The president is trying to get Michaela to understand that, no, I'm here for you, but they ain't believing it. In the meantime, Bonnie goes back and tells Annalise that Finance Frank confessed, so they got to let her go. And Annalise was just like, yeah, whatever. You said that before about the bail, and look where that got us. So the DA's office, they are in a trick bag now because they realize if he confessed, they can't hold on to Annalise. They call Nate back in on the job. We need you to investigate. Go down there and talk to Laurel. He does go down there and he gets her to loosen up. It ain't working at first, but then he tells her that Finance Frank turned himself in and that he confessed that he killed Wes because of the baby. Of course, Laurel's taken aback by that, and she's all of a sudden fakes that she's sick so that Real Nice Nate can leave. Okay, and when he does, she calls Bonnie and was just like, Real Nice Nate was just here and he told me that Frank turned himself in. Is that true? He said that he killed Wes because of the baby, but I didn't tell him about the baby, so he's got to be lying to protect Annalise, right? Then we see Laurel feeling bad. I don't know what to read on nobody's face this week, okay? But she sort of seems like she feels bad about what's happening to Finance Frank right now. I was just like, she gets on my fucking nerves. So Bonnie goes and talks to the black lady prosecutor, and she was just like, you guys have a confession, you have Finance Frank, why are you still holding Annalise? They say they're not doing it right now, and Bonnie was just like, because you guys are stalling, you're trying to get some more information, but you can't hold two people at the same damn time. So Bonnie goes back and she tells the kids, listen, we need Oliver to hack the damn DA because we have got to help Annalise. Now, I know you guys don't feel like it and you mad about all of this, okay, but I'm scared a little bit more than I need to tell you. Okay, so I need your help. Connor doesn't want Oliver to hack the damn DA because he's already involved enough. And then he tells him that he told Oliver about Sam, and he was like, what the fuck you tell him that for? And he was just like, because I did. And right, and they like, he's gonna go to the police, and he was like, no, he's not. He hasn't yet, so I think he's gonna be fine. But of course, they cannot go by what the fuck Connor say. So the kids get in their car, they go over there and talk to Oliver. Okay, and honey, Michaela takes over again. She sits him on down, and she was just like, listen, I know you know about Sam. And Oliver looks over at Connor and looks around, and she's like, oh, no, baby, like right here. Look right here. Okay, we here. I know you not here, but we here. Anyway, she was just like, listen, motherfucker, you feeling froggish, then leap. I'll tell you one thing, you better keep your fucking mouth shut about Sam. All I can tell you is that he deserved it. I'm sure you don't want to know more, do you? He says, no, he doesn't. So she says, okay, keep the eyes here. Well, I'm gonna let you know this. Keep your fucking mouth shut. Do what we need you to do. Don't say shit else around here. I would hate for you to meet a terrible ending like the rest of these motherfuckers did around here. But she doesn't say all of that. That is all just in her expression. She actually was very pleasant to him, but Tony, that shit was so sinister. I was cracking up because they was all looking like, yeah, she was just like, I'll kill your motherfucking ass right here. So then she tells him, we need you to hack the DA. Okay, Oliver was like, I'm on it. Back at the jailhouse, we see Annalise, and she's being rolled by that asshole cellmate of hers. Okay, she done found out that Annalise is in jail because supposedly she killed Wes. Okay, so she's just like, oh, you a boy killer and all of this. Okay, so I'm just like, ooh, Annalise looked like she about to snap on old girl. Now back at the DA, the black girl prosecutor feeling real bad about herself because she knows she doesn't have a case. She's like telling Real Nice Nate that her career is over, that they're gonna send her ass back to Tulsa because they ain't got shit on Annalise. Real Nice Nate was like, let me talk to Fine Ass Frank, and she was just like, no. Okay, but she decides to go and talk to Fine Ass Frank. And she tries the whole mental route. You know, I know Annalise controls you and you owe her. And Fine Ass Frank was like, lady, we are so beyond this trivial, menial type of mind control that you're trying to do. This ain't gonna work. I'm not lying for Annalise. Don't even try it. Nope. Now, remember I told you that Annalise is gonna snap, right? We show her taking a shower, and now the asshole cellmate also has another friend that's riding her about some shit. They teasing her about supposedly killing this boy, and how she not better than them, and she thinks she is, and she's a murderer and all that. That damn Annalise turned around and was just like, get away from me before I beat your face! Hand shaking, distressed white woman style. I was just like, oh, Lord, Annalise. Girl, I know it's been a long time since you've been in the hood, and you've been living this privileged life, so okay, we get it. But, yeah, I'm gonna need you to be a little bit more menacing, okay? A little bit more gangster with it, okay? The motherfuckers looked at her like, bitch, I wish you would try to bash this face. Fuck you up real quick up in this shower. Poor Annalise all out her element. But I know Annalise still got a fuck a bitch up in her, so I ain't lost hope on her just yet. When she gets back to her cell though, her cellmate, the nice one, was just like, are you trying to get your ass killed? Take this fucking blade. Annalise don't take it. Alright, she just gets in the bed. Right when she's trying to get some damn rest, she gets a visitor. And who should it be but the president? I was just like, this poor president. She might be the only sincere, truly genuine and caring person on the damn show. They got to keep this lady because she cares. Annalise still ain't buying it though. The president was just like, the students were there and they care for you. They love you. They, want to make sure that you're okay. And Annalise was just like, why are you here? If you want to fire me, then do this shit so we can get it over with. And the president was like, I'm just coming to check on you. All right. That's it. I was just like, oh, this is the one little touching scene because that president really does care about Annalise. There is some sort of connection there. I'm telling you, eventually these two might get together. Y'all still getting the lesbo vibes on there? What y'all think? Oh, I shouldn't say lesbo. Lesbian. Y'all know I just be playing. I love my lesbians out there. Not like that, but you know what I mean. Back at the school, now that Michaela got Oliver together, he hacked in and he sees that they got way more than just this shit. Child, they were investigating about Sam, Sinclair, the Hap Styles, Lila. It's just bad news, okay? So they asked Bonnie, like, did she kill Rebecca? And Bonnie was just like, no, she didn't do that. Okay, Bonnie trying to hold it together, but them kids was just like, this is bad news. Then we get the scene that we all been waiting for. I wish they didn't have no clothes. That wouldn't be right. But y'all, we get Real Nice Nate and Fine Ass Frank. Okay, they in the damn cell together. And Real Nice Nate is trying to get something out of Fine Ass Frank. Okay, basically saying that Wes was dead before the damn fire. And I know that you trying to fix this shit for Annalise. Fine Ass Frank was just like, everything is not about Annalise. I'm not trying to fix nothing. Now Bonnie, now her nerves is bad because she sees that they gonna be trying to come after old Annalise. So she goes and tells Annalise, you know what, you right. They're gonna keep on coming after you. Even if we can get you off of this one, they're gonna come after you for everybody else. Okay, so we got to try another angle. We're gonna put it all on Fine Ass Frank. Fuck, he already arrested and they already gonna, put him in jail for life. So I mean, you can't live but one fucking life in jail. So put it all on him. You get released Annalise and we move on with our lives. Annalise doesn't seem to want to do that, but there's really no other choice. So they go and they meet with the prosecution. We will talk. We'll give everything if you give her immunity on every single case that you're trying to investigate. The lady was just like, oh, get out of jail free card? I don't think so. Then the prosecutor plays on Annalise and was just like, you know what? You ought to be fucking ashamed of yourself. You took that foster child and you brought him into your fold and you ruined his life. That's what you do. You get weak people and you get them to do whatever you want them to do because that's the kind of evil person that you are, child. She went on and on and on damn Annalise. And I can see it in Annalise's eyes. I said, oh, she about to lose it. Okay, she jumped up. She said, you want to see pain? You want to see pain? I'll show you pain. I was just like, Annalise, baby, now listen, I told you need to gather up all that, but this is the wrong time. I wanted you to do that with the jailmates. I didn't want you to do that to the prosecution. You already look like you out of control. But when the lady got to talking about Wes burning up and alive in the house and all of that, you know, Annalise couldn't take it. She was just like, I'll show you pain. Get me off of here. Unhook me. Unhook me. And honey, that DA was just like exactly what I thought. No deal. And she walks out. I said, child, it's all right, Annalise. We're going to get you out of there eventually. But I'm going to need you to hold on to that energy. Just keep it while you're in the jail cell. Honey, she go back to that damn jail cell. And she walk up the old girl. And she was just like, give me the blade. Lady was like, you ain't going to kill yourself, are you? She give me the goddamn blade. Okay. She take that blade. And child, she get the hacking at that weave. I said, not the perfectly good Brazilian. What the fuck you doing? But I guess Annalise was like, listen, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. I can't be sitting up here all luscious and, you know, flolicious and all. And all these motherfuckers around here got their cornrows. They think that I'm a soft patsy. I'm sure these bitches today. So, honey, she hacked that shit off. Half of it all cut up, you know, here, there, and all of that. I was just like, damn. Anybody that knows anything about hair sure hate to see a perfectly fine weave get ruined. But Annalise was like, bitch, I'm ready. And if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Now, Bonnie, she go back because the prosecutor said no deal. She got to tell the kids. The kids at the hospital, you know, when they hear that, they like, fuck, we is really fucked now. She tells the kids, let me talk to Laurel. And then she tells Laurel, you can fix this whole thing. We don't know what that means just yet. And that means that Laurel has to talk to the police and she's got to try to get this story to make seem like Fine As Frank was just so out of control about her being pregnant and the baby, and that's why he killed Wes and all of that. So she gives them this full story, right? They ask her, did Annalise put her up to this? She says no. They ask her, did Bonnie put her up to this? She says no. But when you see the look on the police's face, it don't look like they buying it. This is when we get another flashback of Wes and Fine As Frank in the car. Wes tells Fine As Frank that he knows that he killed Rebecca. Fine As Frank said, I killed your dad, but I did not kill Rebecca. Wes says, take me back to the police station. But then on second thought, he decides that he'll walk. And I'm supposing that this is why they go and arrest Fine As Frank. So Bonnie, looking all deflated and dejected, she goes and tells Annalise, I thought they was going to let you go once Fine As Frank, you know, confessed. But now it looks like they are going to try him along with you as a co-conspirator. I am so sorry, Annalise. Thought I could do this. I thought I could handle it. Annalise was like, don't worry about it, Bonnie. It's all right. I deserve all of this. We see real nice Nate talking to the prosecutor, and he was just like, so you arrested Fine As Frank, but you know that's not who did it. Wes died before the fucking fire. And the prosecutor was just like, oh, well, I can't even worry about that right now. But you know what? You all up in it. You the one that's looking the most suspicious these days anyway. Are you trying to protect Annalise? And then in the very last scene, it's a flashback again. We see Wes walking down the street and Fine As Frank calls Bonnie. He tells Bonnie that Wes knows about Rebecca. He don't really know how she knows, but he knows. And he's walking off down the street. What do you want me to do? She was just like, just keep watching him. All right. Something tells me, you guys, that Bonnie actually killed Wes. And Bonnie is grasping at straws, trying to get it all together. But I believe that Bonnie is the one that killed Wes. He was too much of a problem for Annalise. Annalise couldn't see it. Child, that Miss Cold Ass went to bottom. I love that name. Ooh, it was hard getting through that review. Just so much back and forth. I'm late for my lunch. Y'all, let me get back to work. Y'all make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I plan on doing the same. Till next time, Roxstars. Bye.